Good morning. We're going to be all over Hebrews chapter 7 this morning, beginning at verse 11. If you have your Bible open, follow along here. Verse 11. Now, if perfection was through the Levitical priesthood, for on the basis of it the people received the law, then what further need was there for another priest to arise according to the order of Melchizedek, and not be designated according to the order of Aaron? That's a puzzling verse, isn't it? What's going on here? What is he saying? Well, this is the letter to the Hebrews, after all, so we should expect to hear some Jewish terminology and to encounter some Jewish concepts, some Jewish rituals, or whatever, right? Most of them we're at least a little bit familiar with. Verse 11 mentions Melchizedek. He made his appearance back in Genesis, back in the days of Abraham. And our author points out that Melchizedek had no genealogy, no record of parenthood or descendants. Verse 3, without father, without mother, without genealogy, having neither beginning of days nor end of life, but made like the Son of God, he remains a priest perpetually. And then he quotes from Psalm 110 down in verse 17. For it is attested of him, you are a priest forever, according to the order of Melchizedek. Psalm 110, if you remember, is a messianic psalm, a psalm that looked forward to the coming of the Messiah. In this portion of the letter to the Hebrews, our author points out that Jesus is the fulfillment of Psalm 110. Jesus is that priest forever after the order of Melchizedek. Now, with that information, let's go back to verse 11. Now, if perfection was through the Levitical priesthood, what further need was there of another priest to arise? The point being that the Old Testament priests could not provide perfection. They were imperfect people administering an imperfect ministry. But listen to verse 26 through 28. For it was fitting for us to have such a high priest, holy, innocent, undefiled, separated from sinners, and exalted above the heavens, who does not need daily, like those high priests, to offer up sacrifices first for his own sins and then for the sins of the people, because he did this once and for all when he offered up himself. For the law appoints men as high priests who are weak, but the word of the oath, which came after the law, appoints a son made perfect forever. Jesus is that perfect priest who offers up, once and for all, the perfect sacrifice, that of himself. So Jesus is worthy of our trust, of our worship, and our obedience, because he is the perfect high priest offering up the perfect sacrifice.